In this video, we are going to develop a simple Python guessing game to practice everything we have learned so far. That's the game we are going to develop. At first, the game prints the message, "Welcome to the guessing game," and then the messages, "I have chosen a number between 1 and 100 and you have to guess it. Good luck." Then the computer draws a random number between 1 and 100 for the user to guess. Then it asks the user to guess that number. For each number the user guesses, the game prints a message indicating whether the user guess is too high or too low. If the player successfully guesses the number, the game displays a win message along with the number of tries. It is a simple game that won't take us more than 5 minutes to create. Let's get started. To begin, we must import the random module in order to produce random integers. So we type import random. Now we have to print the two messages the game prints at the beginning. Print "Welcome to the guessing game" and "I have chosen a number between 1 and 100 and you have to guess it. Good luck." Next, we must define a variable named random number which will hold the random number generated by the computer. Random number is equal to. To generate a random number, we use the randint function from the random module as we learned in the previous video. We tell the randint function that we need a random number from 1 to 100. So random number is equal to random.randint parentheses 1, 100. Next, we create a variable named user number and we initialize it to 0. We're going to use this variable to store the user guess. Next, we create a variable named guesses to store how many guesses the user has made and we initialize its value to 0. So we type guesses is equal to 0. Now it's time to write the main code of our game. We're going to use a while loop because we don't know how many times the user is going to guess the number. The while loop will stop only when the user has guessed the number correctly. So we type while user number is not equal to random number, colon. Inside the while loop, we want to ask the user to guess a number. So we type user number is equal to input, parentheses, quotes, guess a number, colon. Next, we want to convert the input value to an integer because the input function returns a string by default. So we type user number is equal to int, parentheses, user number. Now we have the user number stored in a variable as an integer, so we can compare it to the random number the computer has selected. If the user's guess is too high or too low, we want to print a message indicating that. So inside the while loop we type if user number is greater than random number, colon, print your guess is too high. If user number is less than random number, colon, print your guess is too low. Every time the user guesses a number, we want to increase the number of guesses by 1. So we type guesses is equal to guesses plus 1. So far we have programmed what is going to happen if the number the user selected is different than the number the computer selected. We also have to program what happens when the user finds the number the computer selected. This happens outside the while loop because the while loop only runs when the user has not guessed the number. So outside the while loop we type print f you guessed the number in curly bracket guesses tries. Now we have finished programming our guessing game. Let's try it to see if it works. We press the run button and as you can see, the application runs. It asks us to guess the number the computer randomly chose and when we succeed, it prints a congratulations message along with the number of tries it took us. As you can see, with just 20 lines of code, we created a simple game in Python which uses most of the topics we discussed in this course. It was a small example, but the same principles apply to bigger programs as well. It was fun, wasn't it? Programming is fun and Python is one of the easiest languages to start learning. In the next video, we are going to learn how to run this game or any other Python program locally on our computer and not online on Replit. Until then, keep practicing and I'll see you next time.